ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the PM prepares to pass the baton of CARICOM leadership. Marijuana power issues persist. Public consultation on marijuana in the pipeline. And in sports, the Bahamas taking center stage in Japanese martial arts. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Lloyd Allen. Thanks so much for making us a part of your Sunday evening. Topping news, regional leaders are expected to converge in Trinidad for the next few days as CARICOM marks a major milestone and sets an aggressive agenda. Also expected to attend, United Nations Secretary General His Excellency Antonio Guterres and U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. Cleopatra Murphy has a preview of what's to come.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis will depart the country on Monday as he heads to the 45th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in Trinidad. The three-day conference will be held from Monday to Wednesday, where Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Creswell Stirrup, says regional leaders are expected to discuss several matters pertinent to the region.
The agenda is one that is addressing some of the very pertinent and pressing issues of the region. Climate change, climate finance, security, Haiti, among, I guess, the highest on the agenda. But there are other matters, of course, dealing with trade as well as interregional connectivity and transportation.
Stirrup believes one issue in particular has been on top of the agenda for CARICOM this year.
I would venture that Haiti has been pressing for us, and the community as a whole has expended time and energy in trying to provide the good offices and support for the people of Haiti in order that they would reach and develop a pathway toward free and fair elections.
As for the outcome of the next 3 days, Stirrup says they're hoping for progress.
I trust that the whole 3 days are going to be very successful. It's important to note that this is the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas that established CARICOM. And there will be celebrations in Trinidad, even although Dominica is the chair in this go-round, but because of the importance of this event, it's going to be held in Trinidad. So we trust we'll be having a fulfilling time in Trinidad.
The Prime Minister is expected to hand over CARICOM's chairmanship to Dominica's Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, thanks a lot, Cleopatra. The Bahamas has a new aviation policy intended to help better coordinate as well as facilitate aviation nationally. Now, the new 8-point plan has been 8 years in the making and was revealed at the 2023 Aviation Symposium held at the Baha Mar Convention Center recently. Deputy Director General of Tourism, Dr. Kenneth Romer, says it was crafted with the help of industry stakeholders with the mandate of fostering an innovative aviation ecosystem.
We're going to focus on strategic partnerships. So this is a demonstration of what strategic partnerships looks like. We're going to focus on infrastructural improvement, continued safety, sustainability, expansive air connectivity, and of course we are committing ourselves to exemplary customer satisfaction. We're driven by several core values together as an industry, focusing on safety, sustainability, excellence in terms of service, fiscal responsibility, being environmentally conscious, and people-centric.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, noting that while tourism is the engine for the economy, aviation is the fuel that powers it.
You've set the national example of what teamwork and synergy should look like amongst agencies who share common outcomes. This strategic plan is aligned with the overall mandate of the government for aviation and for airlift. It is intended to be our own blueprint or if I could use the language of an aviator, it can be our flight plan that will plot and outline the direction that aviation and our community will take once the next 3 years is passed. We will look back at this plan to measure our progress and our successes.
Bahamas Power and Light continues to face summer challenges. Today, the company advising its customers in Mayaguana of electricity generation challenges after its primary generator unit failed on Saturday night. It's the new 500 kV unit that was installed several weeks ago, which experienced an alternator failure requiring additional support and parts. Late this afternoon, BPL issued a press release confirming that a new 500 kV unit is being barged to Mayaguana and that a local team is on standby to transport the new unit to the power station, connecting it to its network and restoring supply to the island. BPL anticipates full supply restoration by late Monday evening. However, in the meantime, BPL is providing fuel to essential services, including BTC and the local clinic, to ensure their standby generators remain in service. BPL apologizes to its customers in Mayaguana. And Cabinet has approved public consultation on a comprehensive suite of legislation for the proper use of medical and religious cannabis. The proposed laws also speak to decriminalizing small amounts of marijuana. Public dialogue is expected to start sometime after July 10th. This according to Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder.
All of these have been drafted, vetted, and ready for release. The website's been put in place. It's just offline with all of the legislation, so the Bahamian public will be able to have ease of access, and we will hold public consultation and education events in the public, and then meet separately with the different constituents that have an opinion on the issue, good or bad. We deal with every element of what the industry we look to be, from the growing, to the production, to the dispensary, to the research, to the production, to nurseries, straight across the board, Madam President.
The AG noting that the legislative framework is in line with global best practices similar to Jamaica, Barbados, St. Vincent, and Canada. Pinder anticipates public consultation to continue for at least 60 days or perhaps longer.
The major impetus of this compendium of legislation is the findings of the Caribbean Community Secretariat and its 2018 report on marijuana that was titled Waiting to Exhale, Safeguarding Our Future from Responsible Socio-Legal Policy of Marijuana. And that was a CARICOM-sponsored study. The report investigated and discussed the history of cannabis, as well as new scientific evidence which challenged past prejudices against marijuana. In its conclusion, the Secretariat recommended sweeping legislative reform throughout the entire Commonwealth Caribbean.
And after the break, the National Independence Beat Retreat drawing in hundreds on the country's approach to its 50th anniversary.
And I say, boy, my island's in the sun, 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 sun.
Fly free from Nassau. Visit BahamasResidence.com for details.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
The atmosphere was electric as friends and families reconnected, creating cherished memories. Our young ones experienced pure joy in the dedicated Kids Cultural Zone, engaging in face painting, storytelling, and special games, bouncing castles galore and balloons for the fun of it. The Plat Lady, sharing the traditional skills of plaiting straw, was a particular hit, captivating children and adults alike. As a gesture of gratitude, the first 500 guests received commemorative independence gifts, serving as an enduring memento of this remarkable occasion. This festival exceeded all expectations, magnificently showcasing the unity and cultural richness of the Bahamas. We cannot forget the phenomenal music and art entertainment that was on display. It provided a precious opportunity for everyone to come together on our 50th anniversary of independence and embrace the vibrant spirit of our Bahamian identity.
This is the super versatile Ring Stick-Up Cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk. Hey, Eddie. Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on. Seriously? Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor Stick-Up Cam by Ring.
We are New Life Natural Company Limited, and we have actually been in the community for now 13 years, serving in the health field. Our diets is probably one of the most poorest diets actually in the Caribbean, and we are really low in the world. As a result of our diet, we are actually inheriting all of these different diseases. So we need to kind of like shift the way how we eat and shift it to eating more healthier food. So we at New Life here, we are trying to change the paradigms. We are actually introducing tasty, healthy options. And so hopefully this SPDC initiative will actually create the awareness, help us to have an understanding of what we are doing, why we are doing it, and help us to begin to shift this paradigm of proper eating, proper dieting, and proper fitness. So our motto is eat well, be well, and let your food be your medicine.
For more information about the Fitness and Wellness Initiative, contact the SPDC at 461-7232.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 24-year-old Colombian woman who was brought into the Princess Margaret Hospital unresponsive. Now, according to reports, the woman was rushed in shortly after 9 Saturday evening at the Accident and Emergency Unit and was pronounced dead a short time later. 5 Mexican men now in custody, assisting police with their investigations. Second City investigating the death of a 41-year-old man of Melbourne Crest Hudson Estates. Police reports reveal that around 3 a.m. Sunday, the man was found unresponsive with head injuries near a roundabout on Settlers Way and Coral Road. He was taken to hospital where he reportedly died from injuries sustained. And in other news, come September, when that 10% taxi fare increase comes into effect, A new code of conduct policy will also be introduced, along with possible disciplinary action for taxi drivers in breach. Taxi Union President Wesley Ferguson says he agrees with the implementation of the new policy. This as more than 800 taxi drivers recently entered the industry.
Any organization that you have, when there are infractions and you don't have any recourse, there's no disciplinary measures levied against you for overcharging, for speeding, for just day-to-day operations. There has to be checks and balances, and the new code of conduct seeks to kind of mitigate the amount of improprieties, because taxi drivers, for the most part, are good people. But we have a lot of complaints about taxi drivers, and this cannot go unpunished, or we just can't ignore it and hope that it will go away. It's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse. So, in an effort to kind of curb the amount of complaints and improprieties in the taxi industry, we wholeheartedly agree with the new code of conduct.
Ferguson adding that stakeholders plan to tweak the new policy before rolling out to ensure that recommended penalties match outlined infractions.
When I became a taxi driver, there was a regular Friday afternoon tribunal down at road traffic where the controller actually took your badge if you were found to be wanting or guilty of any infractions. They could suspend your badge for a week, sometimes 14 days, sometimes a month. It all depends on what, the punishment always fits, it's supposed to fit the crime. So we are now in a society where anything goes.
And the Independence Beat Retreat was held today. It is one of the most popular events at Independence, and this being the 50th year of independence, well, that made it even more special. This is a live shot from downtown Bay Street. The Royal Bahamas Police Force Band and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force provided the entertainment. The Defense Force did what they called the 5 movements, which included a crucial display including ring play and a drum line. Not to be outdone, the Defense Force performance included a reenactment of the 1973 raising of the Bahamian flag, and they also had a number of special guests. It was a good day out on Bay Street. And Independence festivities in full swing on one of the country's most pristine southern family islands. Desmond Saunders has more from Inagua.
That's the money. We outside. We outside in a massive float parade.
It was the largest, most vibrant display of national pride and patriotism. Scores turning out for Inagua's Street Float Parade and Cultural Expo, part of events marking the country's 50th independence.
This is very important. This is our 50th Jubilee. So we need to have various events in this district that's going to uplift the spirit of Inagua, to let them know that we are appreciative of from whence we came, and also we have to press forward and to move on. We have to continue in that same vein, and I'm so happy that the Secretariat, the Excellency Bryce, they have extended this 50th Jubilee beyond just July 10th, but for the entire year. So we're going to have throughout the year events of activities that can keep people motivated and inspired.
The cultural float on Inagua's streets attracting a bevy of beauties, a few spectators. There were several attractively decorated floats, music, trucks, and much fanfare.
I think it's great. I'm happy to be alive, to be around, to celebrate 50 years, because I doubt I'll be here for the 100 years or anything major like this, so it's great.
Oh, it is very, 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 very special, especially for me, and most especially because I'm here on my island, my birth island, celebrating with the many hundreds of persons here. And I am so elated that the entire Bahamas can celebrate this 50th year of independence.
This year's parade stepped off at 4 p.m. this afternoon, starting at the Inagua International Airport, turning on to Gregory Street, and ending here at the Independence Market. A one-of-a-kind extravaganza. Here in Inagua, Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Great story there, Desmond. Looking forward to some salt on your return. And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. Sports is after the break.
Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Disaster strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Hi everyone, when heading to Florida to shop for your essentials, book your transportation with GoGoFlorida.com. The $100 cash deposit is back and accepted at Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or Palm Beach. Now there are lots of options to choose from, but I like the Tesla X, the electric vehicle, because I don't have to worry about gassing up, or the Jeep Compass seating 5 with lots of space for your luggage or shopping bags. So for the best deals, book now at GoGoFlorida.com. Also available at Bahamas Air Sales Office.
At Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon's Smart Rewards. Shop Solomon's because family matters.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news, blazing a path over in Japan in karate. Meet Christian Delaveau, who's won several major championships in Shokotan Karate. He spoke to the ZNS Total Sports team about how he got started.
I did it for more exercise, not necessarily to do tournaments. But then when I moved to Japan, I found out that, if I tried to, get good at this, I could possibly win a tournament. And my sensei now, he was like, well, you're strong, you should try it. And then the first tournament I actually entered was the tournament I won for that amateur national thing. So ever since that moment, it's been training for tournaments.
As for what he's accomplished in the sport,
I am the amateur national champion from the 30-year-old to 35-year-old division for Shinkyokushin. And I'm also the all-Kanto 35-year-old to 45-year-old heavyweight champion, which Kanto is the area of Tokyo, Chiba, Yokohama, and some other areas. Basically, the famous cities in Japan that you probably know, that's the Kanto region. So I'm the strongest 35 to 40-year-old heavyweight until they have a new tournament this year.
Christian also speaking about the cultural differences compared to here at home.
Reception has been surprisingly pretty warm. I haven't had any run-ins with racism or stuff like that. Because everyone, I don't know what it is, but everyone's focused on karate. Politics don't matter. Your religion doesn't matter. It's just karate for the moment. When people first meet me, because like you said, I'm a Bahamian, big black man, they always think that I'm like really scary and tough. But like when we get to talking, they're like, "You're a goofball. Like you're kind of funny." But that first impression, they're like, "Oh, he must be strong. He's black." And
to the track, a pair of young jumpers who attended the Leap of Faith camp this summer, speaking on how it helped them improve their skills.
Experience have been great, actually. My first time at the camp, I was kind of new and not so new because I already started training for long jump, but Coach James helped me to refresh my memory and strengthen my skills in areas where I was weak, and that helped me progress a lot.
My experience at the camp was amazing yet tricky. At first when I started, I learned new things that I didn't know, and Coach James helped me to break down the skills and stuff. So overall, I'd say I excelled in many ways.
And Diego Bowles just recently wrapped up another skills camp for young hoopers. His IBA Bahamas team set to travel in a few weeks for some AAU circuit action to get some of his campers some much-needed exposure.
The group at large is very, very excited, and so I know the guys, they're going to go down there and, play their hearts out. They're going to represent their families well, represent our program, going to represent the country well, So like I said, at the end of the day, the kids are very, very excited, and I'm excited for them. We readily accept any opportunities that awaits us.
There's always scholarship opportunities with guys. We play in live tournaments and stuff. Many coaches get a chance to see these guys. And we play against some of the best guys, sometimes from the East Coast, West Coast. So it's a lot of opportunity, exposure, tournaments that these guys have.
And that's when we look at your sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
The atmosphere was electric as friends and families reconnected, creating cherished memories. Our young ones experienced pure joy in the dedicated Kids Cultural Zone, engaging in face painting, storytelling, and special games, bouncing castles galore and balloons for the fun of it. The Plat Lady, sharing the traditional skills of plaiting straw, was a particular hit, captivating children and adults alike. As a gesture of gratitude, the first 500 guests received commemorative independence gifts, serving as an enduring memento of this remarkable occasion. This festival exceeded all expectations, magnificently showcasing the unity and cultural richness of the Bahamas. We cannot forget the phenomenal music and art entertainment that was on display. It provided a precious opportunity for everyone to come together on our 50th anniversary of independence and embrace the vibrant spirit of our Bahamian identity.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
It's time
to gift your home with style from T-Dua Furniture that will suit any occasion, with prices that are unmatched with the quality of our furniture and comfort that will have you feeling like royalty. Make T-Dua Furniture your next stop. Located in the Wongs Plaza, Madera Street, telephone 325-4250 and 325-4252. T-Dua Furniture, where style, price, and comfort has no limit. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us via Zoom from Abaco with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Lloyd. We have patchy clouds, temperature 87 degrees, relative humidity at 70%. We have east-northeast winds at 9 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,015.3 millibars, that's 29.99 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the family of islands, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Key at 81, Marsh Harbor, 84 degrees, the Berry Islands 83, a bit warm in Allenstown, Bimini. They have a temperature of 88 degrees. Over in Harbor Island, 87. 87 is also in Roma, Rum Key, and San Salvador, Clarence, Long Island, Crooked Island, also reporting 87 degrees, 87 in Brighton Island, Acklands, 86 degrees, Betsy Bay, Meguana, 86, 87 in Matthewtown, Niagara, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, they round out the temperature profile at 88 degrees. And your voting forecast tonight through Monday for all areas. The winds are going to be light and variable with flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. High tide, that will occur at 7:53 this evening with a low tide at 8:09 tomorrow morning. Satellite picture, that's showing that persistent troughing across the Bahamas, and that will continue to support pockets of isolated showers and thunderstorms over the next several days. And your forecast for the night calls for simply partly cloudy and warm conditions, and isolated thunderstorms developing late tonight with a low temperature of 79 degrees. And tomorrow, mixed bag of clouds and sunshine, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon, which will be of an isolated nature. And your extended weather forecast, that summer-like pattern will continue with isolated showers popping up in the afternoon right through the weekend. Lloyd?
Well, thanks a lot, Basil. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Lloyd Allen. Thanks for watching, and good night.